We'll say this opening, what we have in our team, is not a project management role in full depth.
Okay.
Right? It is like, semi-project management, I can tell that way. Because it's only 30 to 40% of the work we do is related to internal projects.
Okay.
Not with the actual projects what we say the real world. Right?
Okay.
So this is some of the internal work we take from our partners. We have somebody called program managers. We call them PMs.
Right.
And these PMs are customer-facing or customer-facing resources in the organization. So for any kind of operational challenges or operational support the customers need from Dell, these program managers for that entire region that company has the systems. They will support any solutions for them.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
When I'm saying customers, so these are global 500 customers, G500 customers or Fortune 500 customers I'm talking about, like Google, Microsoft, IBM, you name all those big companies. Right. So for such big companies, each region, like in Asia Pacific, Americas, Europe, each region we will have a program manager assigned for these accounts.
Okay.
These customers. There are 100 plus such customers worldwide. We have, where PMs are supporting these customers end to end for their operational, requirements. Now, these PMs will have a lot of data maintenance work that they have to maintain for their accounts in terms of maintaining the data of the sales information, which is latest and up to date, maintaining the customer number hierarchy of these customers to generate some reports. And this data maintenance is very manual in nature and pretty much time consuming for PMs. So our team helps as a back-end support for all these PMs or program managers as we call them.
Okay.
So most of the work is, data entry job. Like, you just go copy paste the information of sales from one resource to the another tool where PMs use it regularly.
Okay.
So keep the sales information up to date.
Okay.
Both, in a reactive manner whenever PMs ask us, or, we proactively go to the data.
Okay.
We just maintain the database of sales information and also the customer number information for our PMs.
Okay.
So it's more like that. And so 60% of the work we do, it constitutes this manual or data maintenance. And it's only 40% of the work, we take up as a custom project. So when I say custom projects or projects, it's not the same projects what we see in the real world. If you have the back-end work, PMs are engaged on where they are losing out their productivity time. Right? Suppose customer has a customized reporting requirement every month or every week that they would need. And PM has to sit and do all that work, the admin work or the back-end work and all that, which is kind of not adding value to his productivity time. So such back-end work or such administrative work, which PMs are involved in, we help them to take this work to our team and we support them. We say, hey, PM, we don't do that work. Give to us, we will manage that work for you, and you can have more time spending with sales teams as well as the customers to build a better relationships with them. You got what I mean? So that's the back-end work. We convert and onboard it to our team and support them as a project.
Okay.
Ensuring that work is done seamlessly without any errors or flaws. The quality deliver on both people and be as per the guidelines set for the given work we take upon. So this being the nature of the work we do, which is semi-project oriented, and it cannot be the same kind of projects what you have been experienced in your work. This is little different or totally different. Right?
Okay.
And half of the work is all just, maintaining the data.
Maintaining
the information from one system.
It sounds like, exactly what I'm doing in my current project. Here also I'm maintaining the data at various levels. Yeah. I have created the data mappings as well as data dictionaries for the different kind of data that we have in this manufacturing industry. So here also my job is to maintain the data as well. So here we have totally 3 different databases we are using in 2 different platforms. We use Oracle database, we use MySQL server, and as well as we use DB2 database. So we maintain the data in different databases, and we do have different servers. There are different tables, business tables are there, transaction tables are there. So whatever is happening in this manufacturing industry, there is a clean room that is used to build a hard disk drive. So whatever the data is being captured there, all that will be, stored in the database, and we maintain at various levels. Whenever it is required, we provide them in a effective report format. So it's more into whatever you have told, it's similar to what I'm doing in my current project as well.
Okay. And you have mentioned your software skills like SQL,
Yes.
Oracle.
Yes.
So how good are you at this?
Yeah, I'm very good in, SQL and PLSQL. So I have worked for DB2, mentions DB2. I have worked for Microsoft SQL Server database. I also have experience in Oracle database. So when it comes to Oracle, I can write, a PLSQL code. I have knowledge in writing APIs, functions, packages, and also I have knowledge in working with complex queries based on the requirements.
So when was the last time you have used SQL?
Present also I'm using in my current project.
Even currently you use it?
Yeah, currently I'm using, yes. Currently I'm using the SQL.
So in SQL, do you know how to create a database, run queries,
Yes.
code join,
Yes.
all those traits?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how good are you in Excel, Sheikh?
Yeah, we do Excel work more here because, being a business analyst is important to have Excel skills. So mostly I use Excel here to create the data mapping. Here we have different systems, source systems and target systems. So when there is a requirement to do the transformation between source system and target system, I only use Excel. So I have done many projects in Excel doing data mapping.
So in Excel, what all do you know?
All are in the sense.
Like data formulas, table.
Yeah, we make different lookers, different formulas are there. Sometimes we have to use some basic macros.
So what formulas do you know in particular?
In particular, many formulas are there, basic numbers.
What formulas have you used or that you know?
Okay. Concat, add, aggregate, and then we use pivot table is there, and then lookup is there, lookup is VLOOKUP. Many things are there in Excel, so it all depends upon the requirement. Based on the requirement, we specifically pick some formula and write it down in order to get the result.
Okay, do you know why we use VLOOKUP function?
Yes.
Yeah, why do we use it?
Okay, so let's say for example I have column A and column B. So in column A, I have so many values. There may be, number of duplicates as well. So if I wanted to, specifically sort some particular value and, fetch that particular value into some other place, we can use a VLOOKUP. That means we can do it for multiple columns at a time.
And do you know what is the drawback of VLOOKUP?
VLOOKUP drawback.
Or a limitation what VLOOKUP has?
I'm not sure about it.
Okay, do you think we can look up a value which is on the right side of the table or left side of the table?
Sorry, can you please come again?
Can we look up a value which is on the left side of the table?
No, we look up for right side tables.
Sorry? Look up?
I didn't get your question.
Say, during the VLOOKUP, right? And in the reference table, say the value is on the left side of the table.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So does the VLOOKUP help me to do a reference lookup on the data which is on the left side of a given table I'm looking at?
Left side table. I have never tried it. Honestly speaking, yeah.
Okay, no worries. And have you interacted with international clients, Sheikh,
Yes.
in your current or previous roles? So
Yes.
if yes, which countries and which stakeholders were there?
When I was there in CMC Limited and Tata Consultancy Services, the project was, UK-based project and US-based project. So I have experience in dealing with US-based and as well as UK-based clients. And in my current company, in my current project, I am dealing with this Thailand people, Thailand, Indonesia, US, Malaysia, and Singapore clients, and as well as Japan. So in Japan also we have a team. So sometimes we get the request, new requirements from Japan team as well. So Japan team, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, US, UK, and Malaysia.
Okay. Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
And sir, can you give me a reference or an example where you have exceeded the expectation of your manager in meeting the particular goal or trick as such?
Okay. Recently, I think just 2 weeks before, there was a project which has been dealing with one of my teammates. Okay, actually we are team of 3 members. So whenever we get new requirements, we use it to split them and share accordingly. So the thing, it was a very complex project. The lady who is handling that particular project, she was handling that particular project for the past 3 months. So it was lagging exactly at requirement gathering phase. So she was not able to gather the complete requirements from business people and make it clear to the developers. So that is where it was lagging for the past 3 months. So recently, just 3 weeks before I have taken that project, I started dealing that particular project. I started looking for the respective clients and users who are there who requested for that particular project. I started gathering requirements from them, and I completed it within 4 days time. So that is something I can say proudly. So after finishing that, I got a very good appreciation from my manager saying that I have completed that very complex project in very short time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very simple actually. She was checking with one user. She did not get chance to check with the developers. What I have done is I parallelly did check with users as well as with the developers, and I have come up with some ideas and I proposed the new things to the users so that we agreed on the new things. So the same thing I explained to the developers. So we all finally on the same page. So now the project is going on development activities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if you get into a team which is totally demotivated, right?
Okay.
And that's such a situation, how do you motivate yourself and the team get going?
Okay. So when it comes to a workplace, I have seen many teams, like not many, I have seen 3 to 4 teams in my overall experience. So it all depends upon, the manager and also the teammates that we have in our team. But when you say like demotivating, it all depends upon our own self-confidence. So when you have the self-confidence and when you know what you are exactly and what you are doing exactly, you can, achieve anything. So even if the people is demotivating you, you can, make them to, motivate us at certain point of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Shiv, are you married?
No, I am not married, I am single.
Okay.
Yes.
And if given an offer, right? So
Yes.
how soon can you join a team?
I can join in 10 days. I can start working from Jan 2nd.
You don't have any notice period to serve in your current?
Yeah, actually here there is a notice period, it's 1 month notice period. Currently I am serving notice period, so I can join in 10 days.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is your expectation of salary?
Salary, when it comes to salary, it all depends upon the budget that you have for this particular role. So, may I know what is your budget for this particular role?
But do you have an expectation as such, when you're changing and you want to try?
Yes, I would be expecting around 28 to 29% in current CTC.